Now, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video, and please welcome back to my political episode for today. Even before we go straight into our deeper analysis, I'm just requesting you, just in case you're currently watching for the first time, or maybe you haven't subscribed to my channel, to please subscribe and give this video a like. You can also press the notification bell down below so that every time I upload a video here, YouTube will automatically update you by sending you the notifications. Otherwise, to my returning subscribers, to my loyal viewers, to my supporters, I really want to take this opportunity to appreciate you so much for your continued support. So feel very much welcome as you watch, and I really don't take your entire support for granted. You can also support me by sharing this video so that we can reach out to a greater audience. So having said that, now let us go straight into our analysis. And according to President William Ruto's digital strategist by the name Dennis Itumbi himself, was claiming that on 6th of July, which was of course on Thursday last week, the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, as the Azimio Alliance Council chairman, conducted a meeting, a closed-door meeting, an emergency meeting, together with the Azimio Alliance leaders, whereby they orchestrated, they strategized, they crafted a series of strategies ahead of Raila Odinga's demonstration rallies across the country. And according to the details of that meeting, as per Dennis Itumbi himself, said that Uhuru Kenyatta was totally furious, very angry, and who was against Raila Odinga's demonstrations across the country, made it very clear, or he ordered that there will be no more maandamanos, but instead Uhuru Kenyatta officially launched a digital or an online a website whereby there will be signature collection to officially kick out President William Samoei Ruto from power, which in my considered opinion, this option be made by the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, will fail, or is going to fail thoroughly. I don't think if they can still overturn, if they can still kick out William Ruto as the president, despite the fact that they are going towards the direction. And that is why the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua himself, yesterday, I heard him speak. He was laughing at the Azimio Alliance, saying that even if, first of all, where are they going to get the 10 million signatures? So even if they get the 10 million signatures, do you think it's possible for them to kick out President William Ruto? So basically, that is impossible. So in this video today, our main agenda, our main theme here is to discuss on the reasons as to why the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, had to go for this option. Is totally against Raila Odinga's demonstration across the country. So in my first considered opinion, first of all, it is because basically the reason as to why Raila Odinga is demonstrating. So the main reason as to why Raila Odinga is demonstrating, is protesting across the country, is of course about the Finance Act 2023. Raila Odinga was humiliated in Parliament. The bill was passed. Currently, the situation in the courts of law, whereby there's a petition concerning the Finance Act 2023, but definitely the Finance Act will be cleared by the courts of law and it's going to be effective. So that is the main fear of Raila Odinga, because that is now the final ruling. So, and that is why Raila Odinga is calling for the demonstrations to protest the high cost of living, the Finance Act 2023, and of course the heavy taxation imposed to Kenyans during in that Finance Act, including the compulsory housing tax that is proposed by the Finance Act 2023, which will be effective as soon as possible. Uhuru Kenyatta on his side understands very well, because he was once the president of the Republic of Kenya. He knows that it is not possible for Raila Odinga to overturn the Finance Act 2023, because that is basically how how Kenya will run for the next financial year, including the High Court, including the courts of law across the country, needs that budget to go through so that at least they can receive their budget in that Finance Act immediately it becomes effective. So there's no way, it's not possible for Raila Odinga to overturn the Finance Act. So there's no need for this demonstration, destructions of properties, and street protest and the mass action across the country. It is totally a waste of time, and that is why the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, is totally against Raila Odinga's demonstrations. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, it's because of peace. Uhuru Kenyatta has been championing for peace, and that is why William Samoei Ruto, immediately he took over power as the President of the Republic of Kenya, he appointed Uhuru Kenyatta to lead the peace in the entire Horn of Africa. And basically, that is what Uhuru Kenyatta is currently doing. And on Monday, last week, the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, conducted a meeting together with the special envoy or the special representative of the United Nations, Secretary General of the Democratic Republic of Congo, so that at least they can solve they can bring back the peace in that country. So it will be a very, very embarrassing thing whereby Uhuru Kenyatta is championing for peace in some parts of countries here in Africa, yet in his own country, Kenya, as the former head of state, as the Azimio la Umoja Alliance Council chairman, his country is going through chaos and with the mass action. It is not a good thing. So championing for peace is the main reason as to why Uhuru Kenyatta is totally against Raila Odinga's demonstrations. It will be an embarrassing thing that Raila Odinga's, Uhuru Kenyatta's party or alliance is leading these demonstrations. Yet he is their chairman, he is the leader. So basically, that is also another reason. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, it's because about possible fallout. The reason as to why I'm talking about the possibility of the fallout between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, it is because of the disagreements that we are currently seeing in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance. Let me give you an example. The drama that we are currently seeing in the Jubilee Party, that is the first issue. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to very serious businesses in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance, like for example, conducting a parliamentary group meeting with Azimio la Umoja Alliance leaders or the events, Uhuru Kenyatta will never ever appear. He always boycotts those very important events or even important meetings. But when it comes to the demonstration, the street protest, whereby Raila Odinga wants to express his own views as the leader of Azimio la Umoja Alliance, Uhuru Kenyatta gets in to cut off Raila Odinga's plans in the demonstrations. So you can clearly tell the disagreements that are currently undergoing within the Azimio la Umoja Alliance, the disagreements, which clearly indicates there is a possibility of the fallout. And that is why Uhuru Kenyatta is totally dormant, totally inactive. The Jubilee Party is basically nowhere to be seen in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance, yet it signed an agreement with the Azimio la Umoja Alliance. The only reason as to why we can say that the Jubilee Party is still under Azimio is basically because Uhuru Kenyatta has not officially announced his retirement from Azimio. He has not stepped down as the Azimio la Umoja Alliance chairman. But that does not show, that does not really mean that they have to go against the rule of law. They have to disrupt President William Ruto's presidency. Yet he took an oath because the main interest here is the Mwananchi, and people are going through hell outside there. So we will not want a situation whereby when William Ruto is trying, then you come up with something else that can disrupt his agenda, his development agenda across the country. And Raila Odinga only calls for this demonstration, street protest, whenever he is being defeated, whenever he is being humiliated. When he was defeated during the previous 2022 general elections, that is when Raila Odinga came out with his rallies, but actually they did not go nowhere. Recently, when Raila Odinga was humiliated during the Finance Act 2023 process, that is when Raila Odinga is calling for these demonstrations. Yet, they cannot go nowhere with these all activities. So basically, those are the main reasons. That was my analysis for today. I don't know what you think. Let me have thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Jason. Bye bye.